don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
We can abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Your verdict is decided.
Cool it! Freeze!
Without yearning, all returns to silence.
Let the show begin.
Dodge this! Don't get
Your
frostbite!
verdict is decided. This one, a fleeting shadow. Your verdict is decided.
This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it!
This one, a fleeting shadow. Your verdict is decided. All will be severed.
Come on, we can do it.
Don't push your luck. Dodge this! I taste blood.
Without yearning, all returns to silence.
Don't get frostbite. Freeze! Dodge this!
All will be severed.
Cool it! Oh, so sorry. Don't push your luck.
Ready, steady, go!
Dodge
This one, a fleeting shadow.
Be gone!
Your verdict is decided.
Windblade!
Don't get frostbite.
All will be severed. Your verdict is decided. Without yearning, all returns to silence. This one, a fleeting shadow.
This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it!
You've lost, eh?
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people, and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out. Is this the lesson you learned from your journey? There are nations where humans so are we to just abandon the notion of progress?
You and I have both witnessed the eternity. When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. Shadow. Purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every Thunder Sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm concerned. When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever. But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change, it does nothing more than simply exist. It is a hollow shell of a nation. I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Miko, retract your word. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention. Your divine gaze.
Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path toward eternity.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped. It must have been terribly lonely here.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here? You are obviously lonely. And yet, for the sake of eternity, you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? This is your plane of euthymia, so it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't you?
I have nothing to say to that.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. So it will probably take me another few...
Miko, I never thought I would have the chance to meet with you like this again. Seeing you again...
Since you are willing to admit...
What a childish conversation that... Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will... But, with regards to eternity, and the question of whether this nation should move forward...
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the... As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. Burning bright and true for all eternity.
So what did you guys do in the Raiden Shogun's plane of euthymia anyway? Is the Vision Hunt Decree abolished? Oh, gotcha. So maybe the reason Yae Miko is looking for us now is because she wants to...
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
hello. If it isn't the triumphant traveler.
You literally told us to come meet.
I was just...
Seems like someone's in it.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. I must say, I am defeating Signora head-on in a duel means... Still, you did end up victorious. I gather
Sure, they caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the...
Wait a second. As in, the little thing that looks something like a...
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Nosie's
Oh, I handed that over.
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the Balladeer exactly? The Balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason. After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer... As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me. And I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source. Is that not a good bargain? Exchanging... Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is... Well, what's... so... Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma leg of your trip to come. As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer. What would you like to know about? After leaving Inazuma...
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into...
Yes, well, Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never... But their obsession gives rise to some truly... In Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as...
Knowledge is...
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord...
Lesser Lord Kusanagi?
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the... I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her, too. I wish... Sorry, I haven't a clue. I'm also unfamiliar with... But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are... Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her Gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process. That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our...
Don't worry, we aren't looking...
As for your brother's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it. I'll let you know if I find out anything. That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Perhaps she is a... Still, there's one other thing on this topic that I suspect before A began modifying her own godly...
So, you mean...
No. The prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal the power with it. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own... Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely rendering him even more formidable than his original... The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis. And the prototype puppet is now known as the Balladeer.
What the...
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny? I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro-Archon. Few citizens...
Morat's told us. He said that the Electro-Archon ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were two twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Twin god?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or Shadow Warrior. In other words, Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not two, but one. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma jointly. So there was no need for the public to know the truth. In fact, The name Ball and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them. Right up until...
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest...
Paimon feels like she understands A a lot better now after finding that out. So what kind of god was Makoto?
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who in each moment...
Wow.
Are you sure? Okay then. Keep it safe. There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it...
Who in their right mind?
Okay, I'll stop. I see. But that is merely a... Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. Continue on your journey, and